Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of What's in Theaters, a show where we talk about movies, movie news, and do some trailer reactions. So, this kind of just dropped that I guess Batgirl is shelved, no longer in theaters, not going to be on HBO Max, no streaming, just done, finito, just goodbye. This just this just dropped. Um, Warner Brothers Discovery won't be lighting the bat signal for Batgirl. On Tuesday, the New York Post reported that the Batgirl spinoff starring Leslie Grace in the title role of Barbara Gordon was shelved and won't be released in theaters or stream on HBO Max despite a reported 70 million price tag. The Wrap and other outlets collaborated the news, which comes months after DC Comics parent company Warner Media merged with Discovery to create Warner Brothers Discovery under cost-cutting CEO David Zaslav. Batgirl wrapped the film in late March under Bad Boys for Life director Adil El Abri. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. And I'm totally messing up that one.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
For those names, I don't. So the director is from a script from DC's Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey and the Flash screenwriter Christina Hudson. I mean, to think about it, it's like, oh, okay, this costs $70 million. Nah, just shelf it. We don't need to make that money back. I mean, what? According to the Post, the studio sources claimed Batgirl tested poorly and was considered irredeemable by Warner Bros. Discovery brass. With a reported budget of 70 million, sources said the budget ballooned to 90 million due to the COVID costs and shutdowns. A live-action standalone Batgirl has been seen in development. The standalone Batgirl movie has been in development since 2017. Toby Emmerich, and then president and chief content officer of Warner Brothers Picture Group, was overseeing the project with DC Films chairman John Berg and Jeff Johns, under direction of the duo of directors. The reworked project was to take place in the DC Extended Universe, changed by the multiverse event of the Flash film. So the Flash has to come out first because Michael Keaton's Batman is in this film, but you can't have this film come out prior to the Flash because the Flash reintroduces Michael Keaton's Batman, one of the greatest Batmans of all time. Come on now. But I mean, my goodness, like Michael Keaton cannot just catch a break. I mean, he comes back for he comes back as Batman. As freaking Batman. And it's like, oh, Ezra Miller's acting like a little ditwit. The movie's been postponed. And now he's Batman in Batgirl. Oh, the movie's been shelved. It's like we can't win. We want the Keaton. We want the Batman, the Keat Man. But nope, just can't have it. No early Christmas for us. With that regime out of the picture, Warner Bros. Discovery is committed to making DC titles big theatrical events, and Batgirl isn't that. The Wrap reported of the straight-to-streaming film that Emmerich considered sending to theaters. The outlet added the studio is actively planning on working with the directors and Grace, who had her breakthrough role in Warner Brothers musical in The Heights. Did not see that. Along with Grace in the starring role of costume crime fighter Barbara Gordon, Batgirl was set to star Justice League's J.K. Simmons as her father, Gotham City's Commissioner Gordon, yeah. Michael Keaton, who will appear opposite in Ezra Miller's The Flash, reprised his role as the Burton-verse Dark Knight from 1989 and 1992 Batman films, directed by Tim Burton. The cast included Jacob Scipio. These are some fucking weird names. So I'm just gonna skip this. Just other cast members, and then Brandon Fraser as the villain Firefly. My heart goes out to all the people that put in so much hard work into Batgirl, one fan tweeted in response to the news. it infuriates me that Warner Brothers has done what it has done with your hard work. Wrote another scrapping Batgirl might be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. One fan weighed in. I was really excited to see Batgirl. I hope fans' voices can change the outcome. Hashtag release Batgirl. So here's some tweets. Warner Brothers is a joke. The Batgirl team does not deserve this. Hashtag save Batgirl. So we got her with a little Bat fan. Let's see if you can zoom in on. Yeah. You know, that was a very nice picture. I'm sorry, but scrapping the Batgirl movie might be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Not only are they throwing away money, but also every single person who worked on that film not getting out what they put out of it than a paycheck. That's a weird way of Spain. Who spells paycheck like this? Crap, I didn't want to do that. God damn it. I mean, gosh darn it. So, if the Batgirl movie's being canceled is true, I feel bad for Leslie Grace, Brandon Fraser, and the entire crew. Blah 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 blah. And so here's supposed to be a picture of Keaton's Batman. A different suit than we've seen before. I mean, come on, give us a freaking Keaton back. Just some tweets, just boohoo, you know. People are sad for Batgirl. Me personally, the only reason I would go to see Batgirl is for Michael Keaton's Batman. That's the only reason I'm going to go see The Flash is for Michael Keaton's Batman. So more people, you know, release the Batgirl, you know, crap it on Warner Brothers. So then we're going to go to the people who released. I guess this is the one that came out with this article. Is the New York Post. They kind of broke the news on this. So for this, I will actually be doing a text to speech so I can go a little bit faster, and I'll give my commentary afterwards.
Holy millions down the drain, Batman? The DC Comics film Batgirl will be completely shelved by Warner Brothers, a top Hollywood source told the Post. That means it won't hit theaters or the streaming service HBO Max. Fans will not see it. The reportedly $70 million movie, the source said the budget was actually more than $100 million, which was doing test screenings for audiences in anticipation of a late 2022 debut, would rank among the most expensive cinematic cast-offs ever. Those tests were said to be so poorly received by moviegoers that the studio decided to cut its losses and run for the sake of the brand's future. It's a DC disaster.
I mean, that's something different. Irredeemable. I mean, what kind of dumpster fire did they make that? I mean, that's pretty heavy. Not like, oh, you know, I like this and this and this, but you know, you could change that. Irredeemable. Jesus. That's some strong words right there.
They think an unspeakable Batgirl is going to be irredeemable, the source said. The Post has reached out to Warner Brothers for comment. It's been a months-long walk of shame for the movie. Batgirl, directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah, Bad Boys for Life, received not a single mention at DC's Comic-Con panel in San Diego in July, an unusual move that raised industry eyebrows. The much-publicized event, after all, is designed to boost exposure for forthcoming projects just like this one. Marvel's Comic-Con presentation, on the flip side, announced more than a dozen films in the so-called Phases 5 and 6 of the MCU, to be released through fall 2025, with even more surely in the hopper. Batgirl, which stars Leslie Grace in the Heights in the title role, alongside J.K. Simmons, Michael Keaton and Brendan Fraser, was originally planned for an HBO Max release. The Puck newsletter reported in April that WB's then chair, Toby Emmerich, was considering a theatrical run for the film too. But Emmerich stepped down in June to form his own production company, not long after Warner Brothers merged with Discovery and David Zaslav became the CEO of the new entity. He replaced Emmerich with MGM's Michael DeLuca, who likely had to deliver the Bat news, and Pam Abdi.
So here is David Zaslav, who is let's see what this has to say first before I make my commentary.
While the film's co-directors have done some scattered interviews about casting, the studio has been mum on plans for BatGirl ever since. Shelving a multi-million-dollar effort would not be unusual for Zaslav, a ruthless cost-cutter. Remember, he's the same guy who gave the $300 million streaming service CNN Plus the axe just days after its splashy launch because it didn't snare enough subscribers. The budget-conscious CEO, according to Variety, has split WB into multiple segments, including a reorganized, DC-based film production group.
Yeah, from what I heard about CNN Plus, it was an abysmal failure. And there was supposed to actually be a Wonder Twins film on the docket, and David Zaslav, chopped that off. Was it a joke? Wonder Twins? And I don't know how much he has to do with this, but Flash, the last season of The Flash with Grant Gustin, season 9 has what, 13 episodes as opposed to the normal 22 or 24 that they get. So yeah, a lot of chopping, a lot of budget conscientiousness on his behalf. Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it is what it is.
With that in mind, WB is said to be searching for a head honcho to run the flailing DC Extended Universe and whip it into coherent shape like Kevin Feige did with the far more successful Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is owned by Disney. The current president of DC Film Production is Walter Hamada. Warner Bros. Discovery will report their Q2 earnings and announce future plans on Thursday. DC urgently needs all the help it can get. Unlike the behemoth that is Marvel Studios, whose movies occasionally get bad reviews but reliably print money, DC is a disorganized, confusing, not very profitable mess. Aquaman and Wonder Woman 1984 got mixed notices from critics. Birds of Prey and The Suicide Squad were admired flops.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984 was just what a mess of a film. And then I would say James Gunn's The Suicide Squad was far better than the original just Suicide Squad. That one was just like, what was the point? It was just so boring.
The Batman performed okay at the box office for Warner Bros., netting $770 million with an R rating, and got good notices. However, the only DC Extended Universe film that has managed to beat the $1 billion box office gross of The Dark Knight, which came out 14 long years ago, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, was not part of the DCU, was Aquaman. Meanwhile, Marvel's pandemic-era Spider-Man, No Way Home has grossed $1.9 billion worldwide, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has managed a solid $955 million. Lately, DC's nasty star drama has eclipsed the buzz, such as it is surrounding its movies.
And then the article will go to talk about this little nitwit and how he can't keep his crap together. I mean, who hasn't heard about the Ezra Miller drama? But this is about the end of the article.
Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash, has caused a string of embarrassing controversies this year. In the spring, the actor was twice arrested in Hawaii, first for disorderly conduct and harassment, then for second-degree assault. Then in June, the Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court issued an order of protection against the 29-year-old for allegedly using violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoid delusions, and drugs to groom an 18-year-old whom the actor has known since she was 12. Miller has not publicly commented on the latest allegation. A police investigation into the Hawaii incidents are reportedly ongoing. Ben Affleck, meanwhile, consistently claims he's done with playing the Caped Crusader, even going so far as to allow Robert Pattinson to take over the role in this year's The Batman, but keeps coming back like a bad ex-boyfriend. It was reported this week by Screen Rant that the actor will appear yet again as Bruce Wayne in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Perplexing.
Yeah, they're shared cinematic universes all over the place because you have, Wonder Woman and the Flash, which is that DCEU. Then it's like the Batman over here, Robert Pattinson. And then it's like Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. So it's like 3 separate universes where, the MCU is like, it's one universe. That's it. Which, there's something very, palate cleansing about just a standalone film. You don't have to worry about oh, what's the post-credit scene of the last two films and how does it tie into this? But this character died over here, but is this going to be a time lapse? Blah, 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 you know, all this stupid bullshit. You know, like the Joker is like, just take it for what it is. Stand alone. Don't worry about history. Don't worry about post-credit scenes. Don't worry about how this character is being introduced or what the next two movies will be. It's just enjoy it. But I don't know, it's just Kevin Feige makes it look so easy, and DC has nothing but struggled. So yeah, that's basically the end. But I don't know, disappointing to say the least, especially for those who are going to be fans of the Batgirl. I wanted to see more Michael Keaton as Batman, but you can't always get what you want. It is what it is. Anyways, comment down section below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, you take care and take it easy.